Let us understand the difference between the useEffect and useQuery, and why useQuery is a better way for calling the APIs than the useEffect. So first, let us understand the drawbacks of the useEffect. So here you can see inside this useEffect, I am having this fetch data function, which will be hitting this endpoint and just getting the data. So inside this, you can see we have this try block. Inside this try block, we have this set loading. Like we have some few states: data state, loading state, and error state. And whenever like we are making the API call, we are setting the loading state as true, and also the if we have just got any exception or some error, then we are just catching that in this catch block and setting the error state as well. So this is the one thing, and the other thing is that here you can see whenever our component reloads, then this inside this useEffect, this fetch data function will be called again, like which is a major drawback, you can say, because there is no functionality as such caching. Even if our API is sending the same data, but we are just calling that API again. So that is not a very good way. That is the one drawback, and the other drawback is that we need to manually make these three states like data, loading, and error, and then also handle these states like manually. But useQuery solves these two problems. So let us understand how it solves the problem.